Hello everyone, my name is Rio Adriano Arifin and my student ID is 2023-32 and 007. Okay, in this video, we will build several classification models using the life expectancy data.csv dataset. The purpose of these steps is to predict whether a country has a high or low life expectancy based on several features such as economic status, mortality rate, and other health factors. Okay, here's the step that I think. First one is import required libraries. First, we start by importing all the necessary libraries. The essential are reading and processing data like Pandas and NumPy, visualizing graph like Matplotlib and Seaborn, then splitting training and test data pre-processing, build machine learning models, evaluating model performance, and yeah, all of it. Without these libraries, we will not be able to proceed with any of the steps in this project. Okay, next step is we read the dataset using pd.read.csv. Since CSV files often use commas as separators, that's what we specify here. Okay, we also clean up the column names using string.strip to remove any extra spaces at the beginning or end of each name, just to keep things neat and tidy. And then we display the data frame so we can see the structure of the data before moving forward. Okay, next one is here. First, we drop rows where the life expectancy column is empty because we are going to use that column as our label. Then we convert the numerical values in life expectancy into categorical labels. If the values is greater than 70, then is high, otherwise is low. We also encode the status column with content text like developed and developing into numerical values using label encoder. Since machine learning models work with numbers, not text. Then next step is selecting features and target. We now define our features or X and target with Y. We drop column like country, year, life expectancy, and life class from X because they are not input features for the model. Our target variable or Y is life class, which is the categorical label we created earlier. Some columns still contain missing values or none. So we will fill those in using the median of each column. To ensure all features are on the same scale, we are apply normalizing using standard scalar. Okay, then finally we split the data into 80% for training and 20% for testing. Okay, then with the output, next one is training the models. We then create and train 4 machine learning models. First one is SVM or SVG, then naive Bayes go with Gaussian NP, then neural network with ML classifier, then decision tree with decision tree classifier. Okay, its model is trained on the training data and evaluated on the test data. For each model, prediction are made on the test set and the accuracy and classification report or calculated and stored in a dictionary for easy access and display. Then, next one, after training all models, we print out their evaluation result one by one. The accuracy scores are printed with 4 decimal places, and the classification report shows precision, recall, and F1 score for each class, low and high. This helps us understand how well each model performs across both classes. Here or here. Okay. Next one is visualizing accuracy comparison. To compare the performance of the model visually, we plot a bar chart showing the accuracy of each model. This makes it easy to spot which model performs best at glance. There, as you can see, SVM, naive Bayes, neural network, and decision tree. With the naive Bayes is the lowest. Okay, next one is retaining model separately. Earlier, we store the model inside a dictionary, but for generating confusion matrix and visualizing the decision tree, we need to have them saved separately. So we retrain each model individually to make sure they are ready for further analysis. Okay, then we visualize the confusion metric for each model to see whether they tend to misclassify certain classes. For example, we check if there are many cases where the actual class is low but the model predict high, which gives us more insight into the type of error each model takes. Okay, next one is we visualize the decision tree up to a depth of 3. Here, max depth is 3 level. This helps us understand how the model makes decision based on specific condition in the feature space. It shows us the rule of model used to classify life expectancy as either low or high. Okay, last one. As the final step, we create 3 new data samples with random but realistic values based on the original dataset. These new samples are scaled using the same standard scanner used during training, so they match the format expected by the models. This model is then used to predict the class, low or high, of these new data points. Then we compare the prediction across models to see if there are any significant differences, especially for data near the class boundary. Okay, here's what we found when predicting the 3 new data sample. SVM, naive Bayes, and decision tree predict all 3 samples as low. Neural network, however, predict all 3 as high. Why? Because the neural network maybe tends to be more sensitive to complex pattern in the data. So it might have seen something the others didn't. Then the others are more conservative. They rely on simpler logic or focus on certain key features. Okay, I think that's enough in this video. Sorry. I think that's enough from me. And see you in the next time.